I had a family member that was recently involved in an automobile accident, and the question was, I asked him, well, did you have uninsured motorist coverage? Because the person that hit him did not have did not have insurance. So explain to our listeners what uninsured motorist coverage is and how that could protect them just in case they get hit by someone that does not have insurance.
Well, and I think that it's really important, Aaron, that especially in tough economic times, you see a lot of people drop their auto insurance. It's not a good idea for anybody. It hurts that individual if they get in an accident. It hurts you if somebody who doesn't have insurance, causes an accident and hurts you. So, there's a lot of issues with that, but people do it. They're making a choice between paying their grocery bill or paying their auto insurance, and they choose to pay the grocery bill. And so there's, unfortunately, right now, a lot of people driving around with no auto insurance. And the problem is that if someone hits you and they have no insurance, then yes, you have your no-fault benefits, and that is up to $10,000, and that will cover you, but then there is nothing you can get from the at-fault driver most of the time. I mean, people say, well, can't you just sue the at-fault driver, personally? Well, yeah, you can, but we always say, you can't get water from a rock. I mean, I can sue somebody individually, but if they didn't have enough money to buy auto insurance, do you think they have enough money to pay your medical bills? It's highly unlikely. So although we can get a piece of paper that says they owe you $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, all it is a piece of paper. So people say, well, what can I do to protect myself from that situation? And that's what Aaron's saying, that is uninsured motorist coverage. Uninsured motorist coverage is insurance you buy to protect you and your family members in case somebody hits you that does not have enough insurance or has no insurance to cover your medical bills, your lost wages, and your pain and suffering. Our clients will tell me all the time, well, I have full coverage, I have full coverage. Full coverage does not necessarily include uninsured motorist coverage. Uninsured motorist coverage is an optional additional insurance that you can add to your own policy. In the big scheme of things, it's actually very reasonably priced. It is cheaper than what you pay for liability insurance, and liability insurance is the insurance you're required to have in Florida in order, in case you cause an accident. So there's so many people out there who have purchased insurance in case they cause an accident so that the other person's medical bills are paid, but they have no insurance to protect themselves if somebody else hits them who either doesn't have insurance or doesn't have enough insurance. And, yes, there are a lot of people driving around without insurance. I mean, especially when we're having, poor economic times. But the other thing is there's plenty of people driving around with insurance, but it's just not enough. With the rising cost of health care nowadays, I mean, $10,000 in no-fault benefits, $10,000 in liability insurance, that can be used up very, very fast. I mean, you get one MRI, you get some x-rays, you go to the emergency room, you have to go to the chiropractor, you go to a doctor's visit. I mean, you can quickly use up $10,000, $20,000 in medical treatment in a matter of 2 weeks. And on top of that, maybe you've got lost wages that haven't been paid, you've had to be out of work. I mean, think of how quickly that money could be gone. So again, the person who hits you may have insurance, but it may not be enough insurance. And the only way you can guarantee there is enough insurance to cover any type of medical bills or any lost wages is if you buy your own uninsured motorist coverage. I mean, that's just the only way you can protect yourself. And so we do encourage everyone out there, don't just assume you have uninsured motorist coverage, and don't just assume that you can't afford uninsured motorist coverage. Call your insurance agent. Go online, look at what the price of adding uninsured motorist coverage would be to your policy. Call and see if you've even got it. I mean, so many clients tell me, oh, I've got uninsured motorist, I've got it, I know I've got it, I've got full coverage. We get their policy and they don't have it and they're shocked. So again, don't assume you've got it. Go and talk to your insurance agent and see if you have it. If you don't, find out how much it would be to add it on and see if that's something that your family can afford right now, because it is the most important insurance you can purchase.